Action!
I had to replace this part of the plumbing here. It goes into the slide part, and I replaced this entire part. The reason is that I cracked this elbow here when I was unscrewing one of these connectors on the top over there. It's plugged right now, but you can see it's right there. So I had to unscrew this white connector, but it was on there so tight. Made a mistake and I cracked this elbow. But then I just replaced this entire assembly. And then on here, there used to be a straight pipe. But then because I need to cut over here, and I mean, it's just difficult to make it the same as the original, so I might as well cut right here. And then I made a flexible coupling right here. This part is hard all the way to the slide, and that part is hard connected to sink and all that. But this part is, the coupling is flexible. So in the future, if anything fails, I can just disconnect this flexible coupling and remake this part. This is the guide for spark hose, drain hose, and then on top there, screw-on connector is ready, and the elbows are all made. What's left here is to put this hose in now. It's actually relatively tough. It's not easy to maneuver. What I have came up with is use a hair dryer. Blow like 5 minutes or so, and then this entire part will be flexible. And by that time, I will apply glues around this and around the fittings as well. And then it should be easier to go in. And let's find out. I have blown this hose for quite a while, and it's fully softened. Now I will put that in and make sure to do it in a timely manner. Cover the inside with some glue. Give it a generous amount right there. That side has plenty glue. Let me put glue on here. Make sure to cover it with enough glue. Do this quick. Get fully seated like this. It goes in an inch also, actually an inch and a half maybe, and that should be plenty enough. Just to be safe, I will put some more glues around it on the outside. Now the top one is in there. Let me address the bottom one. Same thing. Put enough glue in. Now let me put that on this hose here. Make sure it's enough. That should be enough. And then be careful maneuvering that. And stuff that fully in. Okay. Yep, it's all the way in. That should be good. Now just play the weight game. So earlier ago, I removed this P-trap, obviously dumped the water to the sink, and then what I did is use the hair dryer to blow air through this hose to that way. And on the other end of the unconnected spark hose and the ABS part, and I just have a catch pan and a rug, so that all the water remaining in this pipe will be pushed out to the other end, so that before the glue dries, there won't have any water going into the joint. So that, or just to make sure the glue will dry better. I don't know if that will help, but certainly won't hurt. I'm reinstalling this P-trap right now. Just 2 screws, easy. So the glue has been left dry for overnight. Now I have put napkins all around the connections, like one you can see here, and one underneath this elbow, and one on the floor here, and also same thing on here in this joint, and in the pipe joint as well, and on top I have it here. So this is for the leak test. This area has been sealed, so in case water gets down, I use this bucket to catch the water. Now pour water into this small sink if we have any leak. In the test, we do find a small water leak. You see this water in that area and on the floor over there. I have found that this flexible joint is leaking a little bit. But luckily, it should be easy to treat. Just tighten those hose clamps a little bit more. That should do the job. And let's see. Before I do the fix, let me dry out those wood first, so that it don't cause a damage. Well, just as I thought it's all finished, we got another issue. Here, the slides is coming in almost all the way in, but that is as far as it can go. There's the reason. This is the flexible hose, and you might see the flexible part, this round part coming around from here, flex and down. This part is actually touching the wall, the inside of this wall here. That means it cannot go in anymore. Otherwise, it will put the other end, ABS plastic, through the other side, and that will damage the pipe. Plus, that is not the only issue. Here, there's not too much room between that pipe and this wall here. The slides still need to come in about 2-3 inches, and we only got about 1 inch in between this. So it will pinch this ABS pipe. I know this because I pinched it when it was coming in. But luckily, I don't think it's damaged so far. The pipe is just only slightly pinched, and the ABS pipe has a little bit room of flexibility. So what I will do now is shorten the length of here, and I'll cut a little bit about here, and then I'll stuff it in again. This flexible connector. This is why I chose rubber connector. So if I make any mistake like right now, I can just shorten this. I can loosen those hose clamps and shorten the pipe and put it in again. Otherwise, if it's a glued connector, I need to cut it at both ends and then re-glue it in. That's a lot more work than just loosening the clamp. And also on this side, I might need to shorten this flexible hose a little bit more. And that is actually quite a bit work, because the flexible spar hose is glued into a connector which is screwed into that ABS part. I need to cut a little bit and throw away the connector, shorten this spar hose, and then re-thread the connector into the ABS pipe like down there, and then glue the spar hose in. I have cut the connector here. This is the old one. See, the hose is glued in there, and it will be very difficult to unglue this. So might as well just replace a new one. I also need to prep this area. It has some glue residual, so I used the sandpaper to remove as much as I can. The new connector is in there. I need to hand tight it and then just glue this one in. It should work this time. This would be plenty tight. and it's still removable like I did to the old one. I just need to take a little bit of effort. The next step is the key step. I will dry fit this first just to see if it goes in and out smoothly. I'll try to run the slide in. Make sure this time we don't make it too long. And the slider will go in, and this end supposed to creep back, and it should not touch the end of the wall here. Okay, start. We have retracted the slide fully in, and you can see this is not pinched. Well, a little bit it was touching, but it still have a few millimeters, a very low amount of clearance, but at least it wasn't touching. And as to this flexible part, you can see it's moving, right? So still have a little bit room in the back. So this time we got the size right. Just need to secure everything and call it good. So this is the last time I clean this. Use the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, thoroughly clean it. And the inside, the hub I showed you earlier as well. Actually, before I glue it in, I still need to use the hair dryer to soften the tube. It's very soft now. Again, the same glue, OT, all-purpose cement. Make sure I give a generous amount of glue. First is on this side, a little bit on the edge too. And then on the inside hub as well. Make sure it's fully seated. Well, this is just to shape the hole so that it will go in and out this way. And just to make extra sure, I'll cover a little bit more on the edge. That's it. Just wait 2 hours and it should be ready. We had some leak previously, so I showed you earlier that flexible connection right here. Actually need a little bit tighten. No big deal, just tighten those clamps here and there, and have been testing this for 3 days and there's no leak. So what I am doing right now is to clear up the wiring and the hoses. We used to have a propane stove right here, but as you can see, it is induction stove now. So we have a propane line running from over there, the fitting over there, through the slide curve, and then going into the back of the slide and to the stove area. And we don't need this anymore, so I capped off that fitting there, and we have a hose right here. I will pull it out through our side. Well, suppose this is the last time we test out this slide out drain. We will run the slide in and out once, and just to see if everything works and nothing is stuck and no tanglement of anywhere. A little bit longer. Oh, stop. Okay, we did some more adjustments on the pipe here. So I had a plywood in the back of this pipe, but there is actually no room at all for any support. So I removed that and add a zip tie right here, just like this. We have the slides all the way retracted, and there was no obstructions. And same here, everything worked as expected. You can see better like this, and it worked like before. Let me show you the tolerance here. Can you see there? That's the wood support right here, and this is the pipe, and this is the tolerance I'm getting. Well, I think it's less than 1/16 of an inch. There is no tolerance at all. But it still works. The slide still retracts okay, and it doesn't hit anything. And all the drains works, and no leaks for a few days now. I have been using it, so everything works. As far as the tiles, they need some more cleaning in the future. There will be another project though. For this, I will conclude this project and call it a success. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.